Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. And tonight, guys, we're live in the Lion's Den. With Mr. Carlos. Man, Carlos, man, you know what? Carlos is just a couple hours just south of me, man. Down in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Carlos, Mr. Archton? Did I say that right, Archton?
Yeah, you can just call me Lurker, man. Everybody in the community calls me Lurker.
Okay, well, Lurker, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. I really appreciate you having me on your show, man. I hope I can, we can discuss a few things, throw some ideas out there, maybe, do the best I can to show you how I operate as a paranormal investigator / researcher.
Well, you know what, man? It should be the other way around. I should be thanking you for joining, because if it wasn't for guests like you, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, which I don't even know where I'm at. I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? People love me, people hate me, people gonna do what they do, they're gonna say what they say.
Amen to that. Amen to that. People are gonna do what they're gonna want to do.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna say, yeah. So I can't, either you love me or you hate me. I mean, either way, you know what I'm saying? Like I always tell my guests, man, it's never about me. It's always about the guests, because without the guests, none of this will be possible. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for coming on the show. Thank you being a loyal supporter. Man, it's I rarely get people that support me that wants to come on the show. Most of them are in the shadows, looking in. They'll pop in every now and then and say hello or whatever. But you're consistent from what you do. Hey, and I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And I know Irene does. Yeah, so dude, I appreciate you, for all the things that you do, but anyway, hey, let's get this party started. Lurker, man, like I say, dude, you about an hour, well, I'm going to say about 4 hours, because it's going to take me that long to get the hell out of Austin with all the damn road construction.
Yeah.
You're right down the street from me, man. Tell the world a little bit about yourself and what you do, and and how you came to be a paranormal investigator, and tell the world a little bit about what's going on in San Antonio also.
Of course. So I'll start with the city of San Antonio, where I reside. There's a lot of history with a lot of Texan history, a lot of Mexican history, and definitely a lot of Native American history. Those lands have a lot of rich history in it, because San Antonio, if you recall, once upon a time was not part of Texas. It was originally Mexico.
Exactly.
Until Texas bought that part of that land out. So there's a lot that goes on. And that city is at least 300 years old as of right now. There's a lot of dark history. There's a lot of wars. There's a lot of events that we don't even know about as of right now. So that's what makes this city unique and really haunted. Even the building that I stay in here is haunted too.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. How do you get it? So how in the hell you get sleep at night?
I don't sleep. That's the thing that's the beauty behind my mind. I don't sleep. I'm always coming up with ideas, methods, techniques when it comes to my research, combination methods. I mean, I try to think, I'm outside the box. I don't do conventional methods or approaches when it comes to paranormal investigations. My approaches are pretty different from your typical paranormal investigation research. So the thing about me is I like to go deeper into the paranormal. I want to study it. I want to understand. I want to know what's causing these paranormal events to happen. Why is this happening? I want to, whatever I present that is foreign, how are they going to respond to it? How are they going to react to it? What kind of answers will they give us? what's presented in front of us. What sensories do they possess? Do they possess all five sensories, or do they possess more sensories than the sensories that we know that are in this plane? Who's to say they may have 10 or 20 sensories beyond our five sensories in this plane? So that's where I come in, the unconventional guy, and try to find those answers. So that's what everybody knows me in the paranormal community. They call me Lurker because I I do post, yes, don't get me wrong, but I rarely react to like posts on social media. I mean, I might heart it, I might say a few words, but I don't really go on social media a whole lot. The only time I go on
Mhm.
social media is to promote my work or if I'm going on an investigation or whatever. So that's what everybody knows me as. So the
Okay.
dark researcher, mad. They could say I'm the mad scientist in the paranormal world,
Well,
literally.
I think, and I'm being honest with you, I think we need more mad scientists in the in the paranormal community. Because the mad scientist, he's constantly thinking. He's constantly thinking, and he's constantly want to evolve, and that's what makes him so special. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and it's just one of those things that if people would start thinking for themselves, if people start thinking for themselves and stop thinking about what other people think, then I think the community in the paranormal field would be much better.
Right on
You know,
point, man. Couldn't say it any better than what you said it. That's exactly what I was trying to get through the message. I'm trying to get everybody to try different things, different stuff. Because yes, we see your typical cat balls, SB7, REM pod, basic stuff. Yes, to be honest with you, there were once upon a time unconventional tools that were newly introduced, but now it's becoming the staple or the norm for paranormal investigators to use now. It's
hmm
common now. So the thing about it is I don't just use those tools. So basically if I see like if I go to Walmart and if I see like Pictionary, I'm like, I can do something with that idea. I can use the Pictionary concept to get spiritual communication. I want to see how spirits will react if I draw something or if I write something or if I
hmm
flip the screen and put a picture or a word, maybe they could say it together. I have gotten that. So I can literally turn an idea into a method or to a technique. That's how far my mind goes. I go beyond that.
That sounds like a great idea. I don't think a lot of people have actually thought of that, man. Uh, pictures from the 40s, from different eras. It might, it might evolve to a conversation. Because you actually bringing back some type of emotion, some type of thought, to these individuals that you're trying to reach out to. Hey, I think that's hell. I might even put that in my repertoire. That sounds like a great fucking idea to me. It's like you say, dude. Here's the thing, dude. Like you said, you have to be able to evolve. Because if you start doing one thing, people, the other side is going to get hip to the game. If you get hit, so what happens when you get to the hit? So what happens when you get hip to the game? People, they start figuring things out. They start understanding things. But this is the thing that gets me is they're not doing the same to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dude, believe it. The other side, they're trying to keep it as hush hush as possible, at least until you get there. The big question is why? What's the big mystery? What is the big mystery where spirit you communicate the spirit, they can tell you anything they want, but when you want to go into actual facts, actual, you know, talking to them, asking very specific questions, they're gonna shut it down.
Exactly. And I'm gonna be I'm gonna be honest with you with this. The times I have done this, I only been doing this for 6 years. Not even that long. Honestly, it it all started when I started my YouTube back in 2018. I was curious about paranormal because I saw TV shows, of course. Then I
Mm-hmm.
seen YouTubers, like Oh My Gosh TV, Patty from the G Team. I was inspired, so I started doing that. I tried a little bit of the conventional stuff at first. I was like, okay, but I see so much of the whole rim pod, cat ball, spirit box. I see the same thing all across the board, man. I'm like, and I keep thinking to myself, like, what if I do something different? What if I go deeper into this? Will I get a different result? Will it be the same? Or will it be just something unique? Where would I go with this? So then I started, before I became what I am right now, I was using different devices like the sound meter, the light meter, the anometer. Like I was just doing different combinations to see how the spirits would react. Some of them I got, you know, okay, but others is just like nothing. So, of course, there's going to be hit and miss when it comes to something that's foreign, something different presented to these spirits. And over time, I started becoming what I am right now. I have gotten evidence. Let me tell you an example for this, Terry. Are you familiar with the shell game? Where you get the 3 cups.
Right, right.
I did that. It is on my TikTok. I did a little experiment with these spirits to see, what their senses are, like their auditorial and visual. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to see if they can listen to where the ring is in the cup, and while they're seeing it. So when I shuffled it around, I asked them, "So where's the ring at under the cup?" And they'll tell me left, right, or middle. And each time they said left or right, bam, they got it. Even though I mixed it around, I made it as difficult as I can make it, dude. And they got it. I shit you not. Pardon my language.
Oh, you good? You good? Dude, that's amazing, man. I'm gonna have to go on your TikTok and check that out. You know,
That's just
uh,
that's just one. That's just one of many.
wow. Dude, it's really hard to break out the norm because you see so many people doing it. So thank you for being one of few outside of that box, outside of that norm. So maybe what you're doing, other people can see it, and maybe they will be able to evolve to something more. Because I'm being honest with you, dude. You come in with the same BS, like I've always tell people, you're gonna get the same basic results. If you get the same, and trust me, we are not looking for the same results that the last person that was here got. I'm looking for something factual, that true hardcore piece of evidence that I can present to someone, and they can say, okay, yeah, yeah, Terry, yeah, I can see that, I can understand that. And that's how we are able to make it in this society, because nobody takes us seriously. Nobody gives a damn until you come up with some facts. The scientific community don't give a damn. But if you come with some facts, they might allow you to sit at the table and present your evidence. But until then, they're not going to give a shit.
Exactly how it is, my man. I couldn't said it any better than you. So that's just one. You know, that's how I think and how I operate because I'm really pushing I'm really pushing beyond what spirits or ghosts can really do because I want to see what they really can do. And come to find out, as we all know, spirits have the ability to touch, see, and hear.
Mhm.
I did an experiment 2 years ago where, you know, I did a smell experiment. I'll explain that to you. So the smell experiment came from an idea of, well, when we go in to investigate, sometimes we smell phantom smells, like perfume, cologne or
Right.
whatever. So I took that concept and idea and I said, what do I flip the smell experiment and so that I make the spirits smell?
Hmm. That'd
And
be interesting.
sure enough, I I wasn't expecting going in and getting anything. When I did it, I went through all the trouble to cover it to make sure they didn't see the label. I was really challenging them. I'm really as far as ghosts and spirits go because sensories, the revamp version of it, to me
Mm-hmm.
that they may have the ability to taste. Terry,
I think that's interesting right there. You know, I think the possibility is endless. There's always that what if factor. You know, and that like I posted last week, that's the one thing that haunts me the most. What if? What if this, that? What if this can actually go down? Everything that you're saying can actually happen. Will it scare me? Will it? How will society feel if you come up with evidence like that? You know,
yep.
make you say, hmm. It make you have an Arsenio Hall moment.
Oh, trust me, it got me thinking because it's like I said, when I do these out of the box combinations, methods, techniques, whatever I could think of, I can turn an idea into an experiment setup. I come in to not expect to get much, but some
Mm-hmm.
end up getting way more than I intended. I just like that off the dime. I cannot explain to you, man.
Mm. Okay, where do you? I mean, how often do you even, think about? Is this a constant thing that you do? You just constantly think, you know, to e- e- evolve yourself?
Yeah, all the time. I don't just think about it. I also run some tests too, as well. And before I start doing the actual experiment, I actually test it out just to see if it'll work or it doesn't work. There's times that stuff that didn't work for me, and I scrapped those ideas. That's the only reason why I put those, the ones that were good or successful on TikTok, because those are the ones that actually worked. The other ideas, I scrap them or it doesn't work, you know.
Maybe they do work. Maybe you just gotta tweak them a little, just a little bit. I mean, because I think everything has everything has a possibility. There's always a possibility. If you tweak it here or if you tweak it there, you never know. You got to be consistent with it. I mean, I don't know how many times have you tried these methods, but if you are, I mean, you just can't go and like give it. Okay, I'm going to try this for a week, and if it don't work, then I'm going to drop it. You know how many times I've tried things. I've tried them over and over and over and over again, and people think I'm crazy. You know, hello,
E.
Hi.
better late than never, huh?
Well, my husband went to the hospital in an ambulance because he was really sick. He had high fever. He's home now
So why you didn't go with him?
because I can't get sick.
Oh Lord.
My husband went with him.
Okay, cool. Uh, Carlos, Irene,
I
Carlos.
know him.
Yeah, we kind of met a long time ago.
Kinda.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, so but me myself, I've never with any kind of method I've created from here.
Mhm.
I try to not give up on it. I always see myself coming back to it eventually, because every day, I mean, the thing is, every situation requires different methods, different ideas, so, for it might work in this instance, but it might work in the next, you
Yeah,
know.
I didn't really think about it. Like, yeah, I probably should have just whatever those ideas that didn't work, try it in different settings. Maybe try a different location. Maybe do it like you said, tweak it. But when it comes to that's the curse of me thinking a lot. If it doesn't
Well,
work, I just go to the next idea.
requires
You
different
know?
different ways of approaching it. So if one works at one place, it might not work at another place. So you have to find find what the situation is and work how it might fit that situation, not there and there and there, but this one at hand.
Of course, yeah. I'm working to do better on that because I tend to like. That's why I keep thinking of like, okay, let me try a different idea. Let me try this idea. Let me try that idea. This idea.
But don't
I
think
mean,
too
it's,
hard, because if you think too hard, you forget what you're doing.
Hmm.
it does happen sometimes in the middle of an experiment. It
Yeah,
does.
and you know what, dude? Some of my biggest ideas comes in me and you probably two of the same. Some of my biggest ideas has came in some of the weirdest locations, some of the weirdest places. Man, I can be walking down the street and I can have a brain fart, and I'm like, damn, dude, that shit might work. I can be at Five Below, and I can see something that I think that I've never seen that before in an investigation. Let me see if that works. So I'm constantly ideas, on trying to make my situation better, and to where if because if my situation is better and people are and the spirits are getting I'm getting results from spirits, and I'm like, okay, well that's something good right there.
And I
I'm
told you thousand times, remember, Terry, be careful whatever you do, because you might find yourself in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's the only thing when it comes to unconventional and out of the box thinking when it comes to this. There's always a risk when it comes to this because it is uncharted territory. No, it's not a lot of people can go beyond that step, you know. So there is some risks I'm willing to take.
Yeah.
But aren't we taking risk? We're taking risk in our everyday life.
Not
So
me.
I mean, risk is a part of life for us. Considering what we do for a living, you know, taking that big risk, to me, I'm willing to take that risk. Some people ain't.
Not
Exactly.
me.
Exactly. I'm right there with you, brother. I will take that risk. I would go if I would push even further just to see how far I can go with this.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, sky's the limit, man. Never hold yourself to a certain level. Climb, 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 climb. And that's what it's all about. Go to your fullest potential and just go. You you
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
cannot stop. You
Hmm.
know, the powers that be want you to stop. No. Keep going, dude. Keep going. And if your ideas someday change the world for the better, trust me, you're gonna get credit for it. You're gonna get credit for it because a lot of people don't think like you. A lot of people don't think like me. A lot of people don't think like Irene, but it's you have to push yourself to the limit. And that's something I preach to my kids. That's something you know what? If I just met you on the streets and we have a cordial conversation, I've never met you before, and we just sitting there talking, I would tell you the same thing. I would tell you, man, push it. Never
Mm,
stop. Never hold regrets. Never look back. Never. You know what I'm saying? Always push yourself forward. So if your ideas are successful, keep doing them. Keep doing
mm.
them. Because I tell you what, people like me, and I'm not gonna lie. I might piggyback. If it's successful, I will piggyback. And I'm gonna call you up and I'm gonna say, hey Carlos, man, what the hell was that you just did? Hey, can I try that? You know, and then other people would see it, and other people would see it. Hey, how do you think this Estes method? How do you think that got started? By somebody having an idea, and
Mm-hmm.
it just went bam, 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 bam. Now everybody's doing it.
Exactly. Exactly. Man, you said it. You said it way better than I could have said it. There you go.
Now everybody's doing it. Even members on my team are doing it. I've never done it, but there's members on my team that does that. Tell me, 5 years ago, we've never even heard of that before.
No, I don't think they would even bring clairvoyance into a situation, into a haunted place, and ask them what they feel. I don't think that ever happened either until people came out of the woodwork and came out of the closet and talked about it and show, hey, I can help you. But I don't think that ever never happened back then either.
Well, you'd be surprised on how things have evolved by one person. One person put that out, and it goes like a freight train. It just keep running and running and running. Next thing you know, that person has it. That person has it. You know, that's just the way the world is. I mean, that's the way the world reacts.
Yeah.
Something great, something great. People are gonna. Hey, they want to know.
Hmm.
You know, and it's up to you if you want to share that with the world or you want to keep it to yourself.
But do it with using your head. Don't just, you have to use your head when you go into certain situations, especially anything that's haunted or anything that you don't know about or anything that's there that could hurt you. You have to be aware of what your surroundings are, what you're dealing with, and how you deal with it, and how much knowledge you have, and who's going to watch your back if something happens.
You know,
Yeah.
I always tell people there are two things, there are two keys to the universe. One is music and the other is knowledge.
Mhm.
Knowledge. Because without knowledge, we have nothing.
But you
That's
can have all the knowledge in the world and be a real idiot too.
yeah. You can be a real knucklehead.
Yeah, no more, but you really don't.
You know, but it's what you do with that knowledge that you will get people's attention.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can have all the knowledge in the world, and if you don't use that knowledge the right way, if you don't produce it the right way,
Yeah,
then nobody's gonna even want to deal with you.
and share with others, and be together as a community to work with each other. Because it's not just you; it's everybody else involved too.
You know, and that's what I was telling Carlos. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you invent something great, and it'll be totally up to you if you want to share it to the community.
Mm.
It, I, I can't tell you. I can't say, "Hey, Carlos, put that out, dude. You really need to do that." No, I'm not the one that invented it. Ultimately, it's up to Carlos.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But there's going to be backlash. There's always backlash.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone has an opinion. Everyone is.
Everybody. For everything that you put out, do you think that there's not people out there that's going to criticize you for the things that you've done or things
Yeah,
that you do? The
yeah,
things that you put out, there's always going to be that. Like the
yeah.
ethics method, man, there are so many critics of that. Then, I hear it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That it doesn't work, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that,
Yeah.
the evidence is not logical. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh Lord, dude, no, you didn't use the word logic.
Nothing is logical what we do.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
yeah, it's crazy, but like I always tell people, if you're gonna do it right, stick to your guns. Do
Yeah,
not, whatever you do not second
yeah,
guess yourself.
yeah.
Never, ever.
Well, I just want to say hi to Kimmy. Hi, Robin. Mm,
Yeah. Do not ever second guess yourself, man. If you
yeah.
think this is gonna work, and if you and it, like I say, it's up to you if you want to share it with society.
Hmm.
If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. It's a win-win for you either way.
Yeah. There
Absolutely.
are lots if they don't like it.
That's why I put it on TikTok. That's why I put it on my Facebook. I put it on my team page because I'm sharing it out. So I choose to do that. You're absolutely correct on that.
Yeah. You know, man, are you ever gonna get other members, or you just want to just be you?
I'm being solo right now at the moment. Trying to rebuild. I'm and getting redirected basically. So just need to focus on myself right now at the moment. I will definitely in the future, but right now, kind of need to stick to my guns and go solo, like I have been before. Nothing wrong with going solo, guys.
No.
No, I
Until
did it.
you get
I
someone
did it for some time.
who who can work with you like I do. I'm always solo doing everything because I don't know anybody. Yeah. But sometimes going solo means that you know what you want, you know what you can do. And if you can't work with me, I'm gonna do it solo.
That's kind of how it is because the way I investigate, the way I approach things, the way my unconventional, unorthodox, outside box thinking, it's kind of hard for people to work with me the way I think because the way I think is completely different from everybody else's
They're
way.
lost.
As I always tell people, man, every now and then you got to open up your ears and your eyes and your mind to the possibility. There's always that possibility. If somebody's out there that's out there that wants to uh, teach, learn, why aren't you listening? If this is something that people are willing, knowledge is free. You don't have to pay for it. What the
Exactly.
hell was that?
That was my car. I live right by the street.
Oh damn! What? Somebody flying? They must be late for work.
No, but you're right, man. There's somebody out there, and it's not that I don't want to teach. I'm more than happy to teach. I'm here to share ideas with people, man. I don't mind helping people. I love helping people, man, all the time.
And that's a good thing. But the thing is, we're willing to teach, but
Are they willing?
sometimes people aren't willing to listen.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my thing there.
And would you spend your time teaching somebody who really doesn't want to listen, who really doesn't want to learn? Nah, it's not my responsibility. If you don't get what I do, if you don't get what I'm seeing, that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is bringing the work out there, showing the public. If you don't get it, that's on you.
Oh, trust me, I had quite a bit of people that don't understand my methods. It's okay. I get it. It's different. It's unusual.
But that's not your responsibility to have them see. Your
You know
responsibility
what?
on to bring it out there and to show. But
I
if
always
that's
tell
on,
people. I always tell people the best way to for people to understand is by results.
yeah,
Results. You know, a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people criticize other people's methods and like
yeah,
they want to do. But if your results are getting what you want out of this, then who is anybody to say anything?
true.
That is true. Just like you said, if it's like you said, if I'm getting the results speaks for itself more than
Yeah.
me explaining. Pretty much.
But people have to understand is the minute somebody gets a little, a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Uh,
Fame, fame.
no, no, not fame. If a little people every now and then get a little discouraged.
Yeah.
People get a little discouraged, and sometimes that seems to bother people. That always seems to get them down. That
Yeah.
always seems to, dude. Me being discouraged motivates me even more
Mm-hmm.
because whether you know people say what they want, man, and do what they want. But at the end of the day, it's all about me, and it's all about what I'm putting out, and sometimes you just gotta say what the hell, dude. I mean, I say it all the time. I say it all the time. Either you're with me or you're against me.
Hmm.
But other than that, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's just one of those things, dude. See,
Mm-hmm.
right now you are in a phase, dude, where me personally, I just think that you're heading down a four-way stop. You're heading down that four-way stop on a lonely road, and you don't know if to take left, turn right, or keep straight going.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't know where each one of those roads end at. We know we're driving.
Mm-hmm.
What we're seeing is good. But what happens if I make that right hand turn or I make that left or I just keep going? Where would that lead me? And it's just one of those things, dude. I mean, you whatever you do, it's going to catch you off guard. And once you start being successful with what you're doing, you're not even going to know it. It's going to
Yeah.
hit you in the face. Bam. Like, oh shit, that really fucking works, man. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know. I mean, shit. Because you wouldn't believe how many times I've tried this, I've tried that, and I'm like, damn, dude, that really works. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those things, dude. And I've always stayed on the straight and narrow. Every now and then I might turn right and I might turn left, but you know what? I always take the toll road to end up back on that damn road. That's just me.
Mm.
And I think that's where you need to be also. I mean, because you just gotta, you know, vision. You gotta have that vision, or knowing where you're going and what you want to do.
I mean, I know what I want to do. I mean, that's not the problem here. I'm trying to get back to what I once was. I just had a little mishap along the way. I am finally getting back into my, vision. I'm going to keep going, of course. I'm not going to stop because I just did an investigation, I think 2 days ago, Halloween. I did an actual experiment I've been working on. It's you're familiar with AI.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used the AI concept idea like it was another person with me. So I actually use the AI. It's not just talking. I'm forcing AI to see what's around me while we're out there investigating or exploring. So that's another secret project I've been working on, along with the other AI projects I've done too. I've done parts where I used AI to interact with spirits and spirits to interact with AI, just to kind of see how spirits will respond if they were talking to a machine, as opposed to a bot, or as opposed to us humans, because it's
Mm-hmm.
something foreign, something different. And they were actually pretty chattive to the AI, which I'm kind of surprised on that too. So I've been working on those projects as well. So
I, you know, AI, dude. That's an interesting conversation.
It's
Uh,
a tool. It's a tool. Depends on how you use it. It's a tool. You're only as good as the tools that you use and how you use it.
yeah. I I've watched a lot of Terminator movies. I know what the hell AI is all about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's only a tool, that's all. And it's like everything else that you use. It's like all the equipment that you use. It's a tool. And how you use it, depending
But
what results you can get.
here's the thing, and Irene, you guys, if you watch the show, you guys heard me ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's, me personally, I think I would do great without having all these devices that
Yeah.
people
Because
are
I don't
having
use
today.
any. You know I don't use anything.
Yeah,
And
right.
I've always been that way.
I mean, I like to go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Of a paranormal investigating,
Yep.
using what using what I was born with to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah. I'll get to you.
Instead of spending $500 here for a REM
Yeah.
pod,
Yeah.
$30 for a damn cat ball.
Yeah.
You know,
oops.
I
Cat
like,
balls don't work.
yeah, I like this. I like to go back and just uh, use what my God gift and talent
Yeah.
to investigate.
A 35 millimeter camera that has negatives brings out the most evidence you've ever seen because you can't mess it up. You can't change it. And what's on a negative comes out in a film, and you get a hard copy,
Yeah,
and it
but
really shows good evidence.
here's the thing: you can use the most photogenic thing that you can use is this.
Yeah. Yeah.
This would not fail you at all.
Yeah.
You, if you see something and you know you saw something, guys, you will never lose that photo because it's here now. It's planted in your head. So
Yeah,
you
but
can
I
look at
can't show you what I see because I always tell you what I see, and then sometimes you can't see it. So it's just to prove what I see is so I can show you.
that. Yeah. And that dude, anything that's in my head, I'll relive, I'll dissect it, I evaluate it over and over and over again, without being judgmental by this person over here,
Hmm.
thinking if I put this out on social media, well,
Yeah.
what would people think?
I don't care what they think. You know that.
No, I don't care
I
either.
don't give a crap.
Just put it out
So
there. That's all I do. I just put it out there and let the people think.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
But I there's only one thing I wish people could hear is what I hear from their voices. Their voices are very soft, like a whisper, and it's really hard to hear. You got to really tune your ears to hear it. I only wish that I could share what they're telling me, and what they're telling me in my ears, And I've told Terry that millions of times, and he goes, huh? Like, what are they saying? I said, okay, they're saying this and this and this. He goes, oh, if only I could hear that. It's true.
You know, go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Go back to the basics, man.
Yeah.
You, it would never fail you.
No.
You know, basic. If you put basic technology
Yeah.
and you put today's technology out there, if you can somehow some way to combine the 2,
Mm-hmm.
you'll never go wrong.
No.
You won't go wrong.
No.
But a lot of people don't see it like that. A lot of people don't see it like you do, Carlos. You know, a lot of people don't. They are so stuck in their ways, and they don't want to evolve.
They'll spend $500 on equipment, and that's everything. That's their whole life, and that's what they believe in. And they said that this is my evidence. This is what I'm using, and that's it. You know, and nothing else. I said, well, what about what God gave you? Like, you got this, you got this, you got this, and you got this.
Exactly. There's times where I went out and investigate years ago with broken laptop that doesn't work right. It's always freezing up on me. A cheap little camera, and there's times I didn't have a whole lot of equipment. That's what I was telling you, Terry, about the shell game experiment idea. That's just an idea I just thought of. You know, ideas like that. It's kind of low tech, but it works.
Hey, low tech works. You know, like I go out someplace and I don't need anything. Don't want to know what's in that place. I don't want to see any EVPs. I couldn't give a but about it. But yeah, I want to see what I can see, and I want to feel what I can feel, and I'll tell you what I can see, and I'll tell you what I feel. And sometimes the information that's on whatever is misinformed. Sometimes they make a mistake about that.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I'm like you, Carlos. Sometimes I can just sit at the house and my mind will go racing, and I can just put something together.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And next thing you know, you got it in the field. It's in the field, and and you're gonna test that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna, like, go. Like, I don't know if you probably remember the Simon Says game.
Yeah.
I done the Simon Says game. And some of it works, some of it doesn't, but that's okay. It's like you said, try it in different spots.
Yeah. This is what I did. Okay. Have you ever seen a swivel chair? And at the bottom of it, it has a base, a swivel base that allows it to turn left and right. Well, I went and got one of those. Okay. And I went and got some LED motion lights. And I took them apart and I covered them with cellophane. Cellophane will allow you to do different colors, just like the Simon Says machine, a game. And these lights are probably no longer than these 2 remotes here. And I somehow I super glued all 4 of them together, just like the game. But this is what's interesting is this is the interesting part. You touch that light would activate.
Mm-hmm.
So you able to red, black, green, orange, whatever you got. So, and you sitting in there, and you testing this device out because this is something that you just created. So I'm sitting in the middle of a floor at a location, and I pull this device out, I cut it on, and I start hitting lights.
Yeah.
The lights come on, and I just ask the individuals that are there with me, hey, can you copy that? Can you copy that light? And sure enough, red, green, blue, black.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow.
Exactly. This is why I like people when they try different things, because you never know. If you try it out, it may give you. It's like a game of chance. Sometimes you may get a little bit, you may get a lot. Sometimes you may not get nothing. But it depends on where you go, what day, what time, the weather.
Yeah.
All those factors play
I
into
want to make a
what
point
you can
here,
get.
Amanda. You're right, because she's my co-host. We're a co-host together. We do Spooky Japan podcast together, and she's right. You can't use any equipment here because they'll get mad and they'll tell you to put away, or they'll come in and attack you if you use any equipment in this country, because they're kind of old. They're not used to it, and they don't like equipment. So when I use cat balls in Hiroshima at the building where Terry and I did the podcast together, they told me to put away my cat balls because they didn't like it. And they said, "You want to talk? You can talk to me, but don't use those things." So yeah, she's right, and she lives not too far away from Nagasaki, and she knows what she's talking about. And I know what I'm talking about. We talked about that on our show too. That like this country's really weird because they don't like equipment, and they refuse to talk to you with equipment. They refuse to do anything. Um, I had a cell phone with me, and that's what I was doing. We were doing our podcast from with Terry and I, and I got cut off I got kicked off 3 times because of that, because they didn't like it. So it depends on the situation, depends on where you are, depends on which country you are, because some of the old people, old spirits people, I call them old people, yeah, they don't like equipment. And you have to be very careful when you use something, especially with these old spirits. They don't like anything, and they will refuse to talk to you. They refuse to even be with you if you have equipment.
You do have a point on that, because there's been a few situations where it was in the middle of testing the AI concept idea to use for paranormal.
Yeah,
Instead of just everybody's using the capture AI image,
yeah,
take a picture there. I
yeah,
was using AI in
yeah,
5, 6 different variations.
yeah.
There was an older spirit didn't like it. Like
No,
it would keep interrupting my experiment. For some reason,
yeah.
it didn't like me using AI. Like
And then they'll tell you to blank off too if you don't be careful, right?
they'll
In
shut
the
it down. They'll try to shut it down.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they'll tell you to, you know, they'll tell you to do that too if you're not careful.
I'm still
So
gonna do it. It's not gonna stop me.
yeah, I know, but you have to understand because you're in their territory.
But I
You're,
approach it. But I approach it with respect, Irene.
but
Uh,
that still doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter. You're in their territory. You have to play by their rules, not your rules. So it's it's my way or the highway.
See,
Some
but the thing with rules is, and and I'm all for the rule situation, but this is what gets me about spirits. They
yeah.
can bend, they can break, they can do whatever they want to do, and
Hmm.
it's okay. But
Hmm.
with us, we have to abide by their rules, their regulations, their laws,
Hmm.
but they're able to go around and do whatever the hell they want to do. Now, tell me, how fair is that?
Well, you know what? That's the way it goes, and that's remember that old lady in that funeral home. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember how she was towards you? Yep.
Right?
um, I mean, I
Yeah.
will say this. This is kind of like my theory. I think the spirits or the older spirits. I think they're seeing that we're becoming more advanced. They're seeing
Yeah.
me and Terry's paranormal research going further, advancing, like he says, evolving, and they see it as like it could be potentially a threat. That's probably the reason why I've been
Not
experiencing this
threat.
AI hiccup.
I don't feel they're not. Are you threatened by AI? No. Nope. They're not as threatened by AI.
But then why stop it then? What's the problem? I'm trying to understand paranormal. I'm trying to. I want to learn more about how deep paranormal is, and what's causing paranormal to happen. Why are we getting these responses? Why are we getting data like this?
I might be wrong with this. I'm not sure, but I think spirits are actually, they don't want us to find out what they're hiding.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they are binded by laws, and me and Irene have had discussions over there. They are binded by laws,
Yeah,
and I think they would go to the
they're
ends of the earth to make
to
sure
protect it. To
to
protect it. Yeah, and
because
you know
it
what? Yeah, I know a lot of things that I can't tell Terry. He knows that, and
and
he
and,
gets really frustrated.
and,
But he
and
understands.
and the craziest thing is, Carlos, they know it.
Yeah.
They know it.
Hmm.
How many times have you seen communicate with a spirit, and they'll tell you something that they're not supposed to tell you?
Yeah.
That, and or sometimes if I use different like equipment or like a different method, it's either they won't respond to it or they'll shut off one of my equipment or all.
Yeah. So like you're saying an hour ago, and this might be just me. I might be wrong, but we have to play the game on their level.
Yeah.
But how do we get to their level? That is the biggest question that I've yet to answer. If we're going to play this game on their level,
Yeah.
how do we get there? What do we need to do to get on their level where we can actually have this uh, communication?
Yeah.
We can actually lock in. It's like, hey, this is really working. What do we need to do for that?
Yeah. You see, that's why where I come in, because Terry knows that I'm bound by security, the promise that I wouldn't reveal anything that I know. And I know what happens when we die. I know what happens when they go, but I cannot tell anybody. I'm bound by that privacy, and I can't reveal it. If I reveal it, I know something's going to happen to me if I reveal it in a bad way. So
See,
I'm bound by that, and he understands that because
I
we
under-
talked about it so many times, and he knows.
I understand that, but I want that communication where they can tell me.
Yeah,
I want that to where they can tell me.
yeah,
It's good to have someone that that's that's able, that can communicate
mm-hmm,
and with them. But I want that I want it where me, this guy, can have this one-on-one conversation.
mm-hmm. What I've learned is there's no such a thing as heaven. There's no such a thing as hell. I know that for sure, and they've taught me that. Heaven is what you make. Heaven is where you find your peace, your tranquility. That's where heaven is for that particular person who has passed away. Hell is not such a thing. It's not brim and brimstone. It's not like that. It's living as a dark spirit in the world forever until you make restitution of what you did, what happened to somebody else because of what you did. That's what hell is. And it's not like fire, and it's not like the devil. No, there's nothing like that whatsoever. So yeah, you can argue with me all you want, but this is what it is.
Well, let
And
me let me ask you this then. So if they don't want us to know, then why are they allowing my experiments to happen? Why is this data that I'm getting is solid? Why is this? Explain this to me.
because they want you, you're being trusted with something that they want you to have.
To me, this is my theory on that. They're gonna they're gonna nickel and dime you for what it is. They're gonna nickel and dime, and you keep pinching, and then after all said and done, they're gonna pull it back.
Yeah, they get little bit itty bitty bits for you, itty bitty bits for him, itty bitty bits for them, and that's it. And then that's all you get.
That's all you get.
And then if you want more, well, you're gonna have to give a little for me to give you anything more.
But see, but here's the thing: what do I have that they want?
Yeah.
They have. See, this is the thing: is I was always told that spirits have unlimited power. They got unlimited knowledge.
Yeah.
So what is it that I have to offer them that they got all this?
Well, you know what? Remember when we went to the retirement home? I told you to bring a chocolate bar. You never did.
Well, the chocolate bar.
I told you to bring a chocolate because the old lady came to me and said, "Don't forget to get a friend to get me some chocolate." You never brought that chocolate. Remember?
Yeah,
I told you so.
I remember, but I could have ate that chocolate bar all the way to the destination. I don't know what happened.
I got hungry.
But you know what? No, because for you, it's a little give and take, right?
Right.
You bring me chocolate, I give you what certain amount what you want.
So you're telling us, as me and Terry are one of the unconventional people in the paranormal community right now, we have to give them something for us to be able to get more knowledge, is what you're saying. It's supposed to be bargaining with them.
Chocolate, juice, cup of tea, candy. It makes good sense that if you give them something, they will give you something in return. It's a give and take thing, right? So that's why I always ask an investigator, if you want more results, bring something that they can that you could use as a tool. It's a tool, like an equipment. Chocolate, candy is a tool, and leave it there for them.
Okay. So basically, the reason why my AI experimental research kind of started, messing up, or they didn't want me to know, is because I didn't give them something to give for me to get more data from that.
Yeah.
Correct. That's why they keep putting a stop to it. Is what you're telling me?
Or bring a can of soda, or something, even a cigarette or a stogie. If you bring something like that for, you don't have to light it. Just leave it there for them, unlit. They'll appreciate it, and they'll give you more information you want. It gives great results with that.
Well, I gotten great results without the bargaining because I already formed a bond with these spirits. That's how I'm able to get data so
But
crazy.
you get more. You get more. Because everyone wants more, right?
Trust me, I want more. I've always want more.
I know you do. That's why you always get your finger in the light socket every time.
I mean, and if I, you know what, and again, if I don't put my finger in a light socket, I'm not getting the questions. I'm not getting to the answers to the questions that I want. Sometimes you have to do that.
Sometimes you get into really big trouble too, and you wind up in the hospital.
Well, some sacrifices are due. Sacrifices might have to be made. I don't know.
Again, it comes with risks when you do something unconventional and outside the box. There's always going to be a bigger risk than somebody who's doing things conventional and staying by the rules and the norms, as opposed to somebody who's unconventional and unorthodox. It's different.
But it takes me to heal them. And then he comes to me because I'm in the hospital. I don't feel good. I know.
Oh, you got jokes. But you know what? To me, and I'm being, I try to be honest with everybody as much as I can, whether they agree or disagree. I've always tell people what I think, how I feel. What the hell? And check this out. The father
Nancy.
You see, that is the misconception
I know.
because we don't know if spirits can eat. Just because you don't have that body
Yeah.
we don't know that for sure.
No.
It's what
Remember,
we
you left the soda for you at the gravesite for Penny. Remember, it was gone the next day, and the soda can was empty.
So we really don't know.
Yeah.
it's like what we
Exactly.
discussed about. Yeah.
It's just one of those things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
we're pushing. We're gonna keep pushing till we find out.
One time, I
Exactly.
left cookies out for my grandmother, who has passed away. I found out she died, and my mom was there, and I said, "Mom, I'm gonna leave these cookies up for Grandma." And you know what? Everyone went to bed. Next morning when we woke up, the plate was empty and there's crumbs on the plate.
I'll be back. I gotta use the restroom. Be right back.
Okay. Yeah, and there was cookies on the plate. There was the crumbs on the plate. And I said, "Mom, did you touch these?" She goes, "No." And I asked my father, "Did you touch these?" And I asked my brother, "Did you touch these?" He goes, "Nope." And
Uh-huh.
yeah, and you know what? Nobody touched it. So yeah, I couldn't tell. Nobody couldn't tell. And my mother was an empath too, so she believed in freaky stuff as much as I did. And she had questions too. She goes, and her head was going, "What?" And I go, "Yeah." So you can't tell. You can't say that, right?
Right.
Stuff happens. Stuff happens. And you can't give it an answer and you can't debunk it either.
No,
Okay, I'm back. Any
And
questions for
you're in
me?
the middle of a cemetery. And how did that soda get empty at the gravesite, right?
yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Nope. And you left her some chocolate too, remember?
Yeah, that Hershey bar.
Yeah. And and it's in the middle of a cemetery way out in the country, and there's nobody around there, and it's a bunch of dead people, right? That's it. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe they all ate the chocolate. I don't know.
Yeah. And the chocolate was gone, and the soda was gone too. It was in the middle of the cemetery, and he went out there, and he put new flowers for out on the graveside, and the coke bottle was empty, and the chocolate bar was empty, and the chocolate bar was gone, and
Yeah,
nobody was there.
I don't know, man. It's one of those mysteries that you
Yeah,
really gotta consider. You really gotta think about. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You
Like the
know,
plate of cookies that I had out for my grandmother, and it was all gone. The cat didn't eat it. Nobody did eat it, and my brother didn't touch it. My father didn't touch it. My mother didn't touch it. I didn't touch it for damn sure. I know that. And it was gone. It was gone. There was nothing left, and except crumbs on the plate. And we said, "Oh, that's freaky. Oh, that really. Ooh, like like things happen. You can't have it. You can't say, 'Oh, that's because of that.' No, you can't say that because you can't prove it. I can't prove it. You can't prove it. Nobody can prove it.
you know,
Terry
I
can prove it.
as much as we like to prove, disprove,
Yeah,
it's to me, it's a give and take game.
yeah,
You gotta give. Of
yeah.
course they gonna take it.
No,
It's definitely a give and take.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
why I always that's why sometimes when Terry has a guest, and I say, you know what, hmm, like who's that back? Like, huh? Like this, like, and I'm looking weird, and Terry goes, "What are you looking at?" I said, "Never mind." Yeah, and I tell them afterwards. He goes, "Oh, that's freaky." Yeah, I go, "Yeah," but yeah, I mean, stuff happens, and especially on podcasts, weird stuff happens, right? There might get cut off, or I get kicked out. One of the three happens. Yeah, that's why I love podcasts that goes that. Yeah, there, it's a lot of fun, and a lot of freaky stuff happens too. Yeah, it,
Yeah,
it's raw, you know.
a lot of people, dude, and to me, and you just got to keep fighting the good fight. You
Yeah.
know, keep doing what you're doing. Keep, being supportive of yourself,
Mhm.
and others been, and you've been, and others have been supportive of you,
Yeah.
because you need that. You know, I can't tell you. I mean, at some point in some time in my life, nobody supported me in what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And when I first started out doing this, people thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can relate.
You know what I'm saying? People are like, what the hell? Especially family members.
Mm-hmm. More yours than mine, but yeah, it everyone if if you like something that outside of the box, they'll go, "You weird," or they'll say, "Oh, you need to go in the loony bin." Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
lot of
and you know
people.
what? More me than you, because I can't tell anybody what I do outside, because yeah, I keep myself really private. This country still doesn't like it, so I just don't tell anybody. Amanda knows too, because she doesn't tell anybody either what she does. So we keep ourselves to ourselves when we're in public. And there's very few people who will accept people like us. And yeah, it's really sad, because a lot of the good Japanese investigators are only on TikTok, because they can't come on Facebook, because everyone that watches the Facebook, including their employees, including their employers, they'll get canned if they do.
Hmm. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there. One of the methods that I see a lot of people should use that they don't use, and that is the baby powder method.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
A lot of people don't use that.
There you go, unconventional.
Yeah, dude. Uh, there's so many things out there that has the potential of being,
A tool. Yeah.
yeah, a
Mhm.
tool, and groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Dude, ground,
Yeah.
yeah, it has the possibility of being so explosive that everybody
Mhm.
wants to try it. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like I said, it's always up to you if you want to put that out or not.
Mhm.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
You know, you in order for us to be successful, we have to be grounded.
Yeah.
We have to stay focused. We have
Yeah.
to, we have to be able to accept certain things, whether
Mhm.
it's criticism, whether it's,
Mhm.
you take it and you say, okay, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, and just go.
Yeah.
That's always been me.
Yeah.
You know,
And if you're gonna go out, make sure you go out with somebody who's knowledgeable, who can help you if you get into a situation, who you know, who who may be a little bit more better than you, than you. Yeah, I hate that word, but yeah, who may be a little bit more stronger than you, because what's out there, sometimes it's not for the faint of heart, and you have to be very careful about where you go.
Oops, a little too late for that.
Yeah, I know, but you've been around for a little while. I'm talking about the greenies. I'm talking about the people
Oh,
who are just starting out, because sometimes they get caught in a situation where they're in trouble, or they might say something wrong to the homeowner, and they're going, now what do I do, right? She told me this paranormal investigator told me this, and now what do I do, right? And I'm an old lady, and yeah, like you can't, you gotta, like you really,
Right,
you know.
right.
I don't
Oh,
do I don't do home investigations for that reason. I really don't.
Okay, Terry and I do.
uh, what kind of investigations do you do? Are you commercial? Have you done any commercials?
Um, Not yet. I just done mostly outside, and then some of my experiments are in here, or I go to like the Alamo or the botanical gardens, or I go to different areas that are not well known that people don't go to investigate. I haven't done anything commercial yet. I would say the only commercial thing I've done is Emily Morgan, and that's it.
Mm.
How'd that turn out for you?
Uh, when I first started, I didn't do all this, methods or experiments or an investigation. I kind of just went around with a camera. It something did happen to my camera though, which I could not explain. It wasn't like a regular glitch like a camera. It kind of did like the whole
Mm-hmm.
that noise. That was weird.
I like to go to Emily Morgan. I don't know.
I mean,
God,
it's
I gotta meditate for a year before
it
I do
sits
that.
it sits on the battleground where the Alamo is,
Yeah,
literally on the freaking battleground.
yeah,
Really?
Yes.
So I
And
can
same thing
imagine.
with the Minger and the Crockett.
yeah.
Those two, I can verify that they are haunted because I used to work over there.
The Baker Hotel is something really weird, because I saw a gunshot. I heard a gunshot go off, and I saw a real nasty dude strangle a woman in one of the rooms. It was really freaky. He had a 6 shooter.
You definitely
He
don't get those anymore.
he killed one of those dancing girls in the
Yeah.
saloon. He killed her in one of
Interesting.
the. It really freaked me out.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. If you ever get a chance to come up here to Austin, hey, we'll love to have. I mean, we'll show you some great locations, man.
I'm game for it, man. Since I got to get to know you a little bit more, see what you're about. You kind of have on the same level as far as unconventional, and unorthodox with me on that. So I think we'll be a great collab. I
Dude,
feel.
I mean, me, actual investigation, there's not enough questions to ask. You know what I'm saying? Dude, when you're investigating, stop asking the same old fucking questions. Because that
Yeah.
shit
Exactly.
irritates the fuck out of me.
How old are you? What are you, male or female? What's your name?
Who cares
Oh,
if you know what? If a spirit's a male or female, it's gonna tell you by the voice.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
stop asking those fucking questions.
yeah. How'd you die? Like,
oh God, the
I
same
don't care
mundane.
how you know what? It's none of my business how you died. It's really not. I will never ask that question. How'd you?
no,
It's none of my business. If you
no.
want to tell me, that's fine, but I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah,
It's not my job to ask.
yeah,
Now, what I am curious to know is why are you stuck in a dirty, filthy location?
yeah,
Why are you here? What is the purpose? Can I help you?
yeah.
Tell me something. Is there anything I can do for you? please let me know.
And watch for those damn gatekeepers. Those gatekeepers are really nasty.
The gatekeepers are the ones that hold everybody else back.
Yeah. They control the dead.
And I just the reason I just think they're just angry old people
Yeah.
that controlled their house when they were alive.
Mm.
It's like uh, Jed Clampett.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Jed Clampett is, same
Oh,
way,
Yeah.
but he wasn't as grouchy. But
Nope.
it's a grouchy old person that
Mm-hmm.
had his house a certain way, and he
Mm-hmm.
he just want hey, he's like, oh man, I can intimidate these people here, so
Yeah.
that's what he's gonna do. Intimidation, whether people believe it or not, that is a dead or an alive thing. You can intimidate either way,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
both sides.
Yeah.
yeah, they'll make it known. They'll really will make it known to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, there's trouble.
Holy terror.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna ask you anything that you've been asked before.
Nope.
I've never done it, and I never freaking will because
Nope.
it irritates the hell out of me when I see these people out here in the world doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to throw something at them. You know what I'm saying? You know what? And I'm being honest with you, dude. I've always tell people that is probably why the biggest reason why you don't get the evidence that you want because
Yeah.
you come into the location with shit that people have been hearing for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Exactly, because when I do an investigation, experiment, or investigation, I always ask them if they want to participate first. If I get the confirmation, I'll do it. And once the session's over, I always thank the spirits and I appreciate them for what they do, and I love them. So I do it that way. That's how I build such a bond. That's why I get evidence like this because I respect them.
Yeah, I mean, dude, respect is the key.
Yeah.
If you don't have respect, if you ain't got respect for somebody, then they're not gonna have respect for you. They're not gonna
Yep.
give a damn. That's just the way it is. If you ain't got respect for your grandmother, then you're not gonna have respect for anybody.
Nope.
Exactly. And here's the thing: there's times where I've done an investigation or experiment. They'll get a little bit of interaction, but when they start going quiet, that tells me I need to stop. So I stop out of respect.
Yeah.
Like, end it. Period. I don't continue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or maybe you could go out, remove yourself, and come back in again, and then sometimes it changes the energy inside your core, and then you might feel a little bit different because all
Mhm.
it depends on what you are in here.
Exactly. So I always tell my fellow friends and paranormal people sometimes spirits may not have the ability to speak.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to present them with visuals or auditorial like sounds,
Yeah.
pictures, images, video.
Music works really well with
That's that's another way to approach communications from spirits because they may not always have the ability to speak. And I have seen this before.
yeah. I
interesting. I I've yet to encounter that. Every spirit that I've tried to communicate with, they've actually made themselves known. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm here, and I'm gonna make myself known, let you know that I'm here."
Yeah.
But I've never had a case. I've never been in a situation where that in a case like that before.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's something new for me. But Well, Carlos, what are you planning on doing, man? 20 years from now, are you planning on, you know,
20 years from now. I have no idea. I'm just going to keep doing what I do and probably start my small business, maybe own a haunted location. And that's pretty
We
much
got
it.
lots of those here. They're free. Lots of haunted houses here are all free.
You got money for it? You want to pay for it?
you
It's
know,
cheaper than the houses in America.
yeah, it
That's for
might
sure.
be. I know, because a lot of people really don't know what they're going to be doing in 20 years from now. Whether they're going to be still involved in the community, or some people just get fed up because the community is not giving them what they want.
Yeah.
And sometimes that might be the case, but I was always told that hard work pays off.
Hmm? A lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, a lot of energy invested in your work, your research. This is why I do what I do, man. Because I paranormal research has gotten stagnant, man. It's the same thing over and over again. Cool, you're getting that, but what are you really trying to get? How deep are you
Mhm.
going into this?
How far
Like
down that rabbit hole you really want to go?
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, uh, and people have to understand is the farther down you go, the more knowledge you will get.
Mhm.
If that makes sense to you,
Mhm.
It does. I've gotten quite a bit of knowledge, more than I should have.
More than you want, right?
Yeah, that would explain the last hospital visit there. Oops.
Yeah. Uh, Terry got the same one. he,
This one
he
almost
got.
killed. This one almost killed me, though. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
That one almost hit. Yeah, Terry almost got it. Terry got into trouble a couple times. They said, "Okay, we're not gonna go back to that one location anymore." Yeah, it was bad. Have you ever been to a location that you don't that? Nope, not gonna doing that anymore.
No, actually, it's quite the opposite. I want to go back.
Yeah, we had one location where we're not gonna go back ever again. Nope, we decided not to.
I mean, because if you look at it, we gave the residents
Mm,
everything they ever need
yeah,
to make things better there.
we gave them the tools. It's just that you want to listen, you don't want to do it. Well, that's up to you, right? Yeah,
You know,
Y'all are just there to consult. That's it. Nothing more.
yeah.
yeah. Carlos, let me ask you a question. Would you say that a haunting is sometimes based on certain living conditions, the environment,
Mhm.
and just certain areas?
Mhm.
If I always thought that has a big role to play.
Mhm.
Those three factors right there,
Yeah.
especially
Actually,
when
yeah.
especially when you're dealing with residential spaces.
Yeah. Um. It.
Hmm.
How you treat the land, how you respect the land, especially if it's a Native American land. You got to treat the land with respect. If
I
you
do
don't,
all the time. This is what I
yeah,
got from the spirits of the
yeah,
forest. See
yeah,
this?
What the hell is
yeah,
that? A hockey stick?
No, it's a stick that was given to me
yeah,
Oh,
by the spirits of the forest.
yeah.
This is sacred, and I always have kept this because I've seen things that happen in there.
Hmm.
I mean, when it comes to the forest or the lands that are Native American,
Hmm.
mhm.
I will kid you not, those lands they do shift, they do move
Yeah,
around, they do,
yeah,
no joke. and it does get dark, and the time
Yep.
there is different too. What may feel like 2 hours probably be no more than 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. And I've
Yeah.
seen a skinwalker.
Yep.
I've literally seen this creature, and it scared the bejesus out of me.
Hmm.
It did. These things are in these lands, you
Yeah.
know. So the only reason why we keep going back because they're not going to mess with us. Well, they
Yeah.
might spook us a little bit, but if we have like some sort of like negative things or negative energy, or if we're
Yeah.
going through a situation, they're not going to want to interact with us.
No.
Just saying.
Terry saw Skinwalker too on that land that we were talking about too.
I'm sure it scared the bejesus out of him too.
You know what, dude? I've seen so many things that I can't understand.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's not meant for me to understand any of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different from going to getting your spirit box running and try to get communications or an investigation. That's way different.
Yeah.
That's cryptid at this point.
Yeah. You know, but I've always, I don't know. It's just certain situations require certain. I don't know, dude. I just certain things I'll leave alone. I would not even consider going back to, because I know certain things are out of my control
Mhm.
when I go to certain locations, and I've
Mhm.
experienced things at certain locations. You know, no matter what you have protecting you,
Yeah.
no matter how strong it is, there's always somebody out there that is stronger than what's protecting you.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I will tell you this. There's times when I used to work with somebody that we would go in those forests or the native lands. We would see a domestic cat in the
Mhm.
middle of the freaking woods. Like we were over here scratching our heads like, what the hell is it doing out there? There's predators out there. They would eat that kitty cat like it's nothing. I
Right?
cannot tell you how many times that cat has followed us all the way in, deep in those woods, and follow us all the way back out. I kid you not. That's not something I can explain.
Uh, a spirit could turn into an animal. A spirit could turn into a wolf, turn into a cat, turn into whatever they want to turn into, right? So they have the ability to change. The thing is that once they turn into that animal, they can't change back into spirit.
It was
They
weird.
become that animal.
It was strange. I'm not gonna lie. But let
Yeah.
me explain this. So this cat followed us deep in the woods. We tried to do an
Mhm.
investigation, but guess
Mhm.
what? Nothing. You know why? It was quiet.
Mhm.
Even the
You
entities that were on that lands didn't even bother to mess with us. It's because of the cat.
Yeah.
It's revered as a guardian.
Yeah. Yeah.
know, yeah, I've run across a couple of those too.
My friend who passed recently turned into a wolf, and I had to help her so she could cross over, but she didn't want to because she was protecting her land. And so before the transition, I had to help her so that she won't stay a wolf, so she would cross over and would find peace, or else she would have stayed that as a wolf, and she wouldn't leave. So yeah, there are times when stuff like that happens, and you don't know why or how that happens, but it does happen.
You see, and that's another thing because a lot of people, when people see things like that, one, it petrifies the hell out of them. Two,
Hmm.
you you're not going to catch the person who says it because I guarantee you they're going to run.
Hmm.
You know, but and I've always said this is if you ever want to, you can't run from everything.
Nope.
Good luck.
You can't,
Nope.
because what's there today might be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you know what? And trust me, if they want you, they'll get you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm surprised I'm here today.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean, prayer and Lord knows whatever else that you think you can do, but beneath it all, we really don't know who or what we're dealing with.
That was on you, Carlos.
Oh, that was on me.
Yeah.
What happened?
Monitoring spirit.
Yeah. Okay, you're good.
That does happen time to time.
You're good.
I
And my
mean,
battery just nearly died because of that.
yeah, you'd be surprised, man. I, I've seen things that I know. There's things out there I know that we shouldn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
God.
There's so much going on out here, dude. We are not ready for it.
No.
Doesn't matter how advanced we are. It doesn't matter how unconventional you and I are. We're still not going to be ready for that. We're not going to even have
No.
access to that.
You know, the thing is that people say we are ready. It depends, right? A lot of us, some of us who are outside the box may be ready, but the other ones, I don't think so, right? I think they'd be scared. I think they'd be scared out of their shit to see, you know.
Well,
I
see,
think they'd be scared to death, you know.
I mean, they're scared to leave the box. Women think that they can even, if you have not evolved
Yeah,
to where you're able to
yeah,
leave that the norm,
yeah,
because people are so used to being in the norm, they're
yeah,
afraid to leave it. So if you are afraid to leave the norm,
yeah,
what gives you the impression that
yeah.
you are ready to face something that's unworldly?
Yeah,
Something.
Terry and I remember we had that conversation too many times, remember?
Exactly. As he
Eh,
said it. Couldn't say it any better.
Yeah, we had that conversation so many times. And you know what? The things that I know would scare the shit out of you, right? But then, would I tell you? Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, would you believe me? It's up to you. Right?
I mean,
It's
it's just the way people are, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, people are not ready,
No.
or there are it's certain. You know what? It's certain people that are ready, but there's
Mhm.
people out there that aren't ready.
No.
I'm gonna put it like this: people are ready,
Hmm.
but society as a whole would
No.
never be ready,
No.
because
No.
certain people can understand what they're seeing and what they're looking at, and they can evaluate it,
Yeah.
and they want to understand it. But
Hmm.
everyday people, society,
Hmm.
what happens when society sees something they don't understand?
Hmm. Yeah. It's funny that you say that because when Terry and I went on this one investigation and stuff started happening, and he goes, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Did you see that?" I said, "No," but I know you saw it. And he goes, "Yeah," and I said, "That freaked me out." And I said, "Yeah." Welcome to my world. I told him.
If people just, it's like what we talked about at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah,
Open up your eyes and ears.
yeah.
If you can do that, things might be right for you. If you
You
can't do it,
forgot. Open up here. You got open up here.
yeah,
Because
you
if you
gotta
don't
pay it.
open up here, you could have your eyes open, you could have your ears open, but you don't have this open, you can't see anything.
Yeah, but that right there is to get you in trouble.
You, not me.
This thing to get you in trouble. So, uh-uh. But man, it's the only thing I can say is, man, and I'm being honest with you, that people aren't ready for certain things.
Oh no.
Nope, they're not.
That they would never be ready.
No. Because they're used to this thing right there.
They're right
And that,
here in the comfort zone.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
And
going to stick to the way that they're comfortable with. They don't
they're,
want to
they're they're not
take
they're not
risks
they're not ready to go
and you know
outside
how
this.
many paranormal investigators are like that?
a lot more so than
Millions.
Yeah.
There are so many people who don't want to get out of the norm,
Yeah.
don't want to evolve.
No.
They are so stuck to their everyday. Oh, I'm stuck. Like, I mean, I've been doing this. I'm not going to change now. Okay, now, that's the reason why you're not successful when you're investigating, because you're in your norm.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if I was a spirit, I can see you from 10 miles away. I can see you coming.
Yeah.
And I already know what you're thinking. And I
Oh,
already know what to do.
well, what do you think a spirit feels like? They could see you coming. They even know when you're leaving your house. They could see you leaving your house. They know where you're gonna go. They know when you're leaving your house to go and see them. They already know that already, and they already know what you're bringing with you too.
exactly. It kind of ties into what we discussed in the beginning of this podcast. I said
Mhm.
when it comes to spirits or ghosts, their senses are really heightened. They go beyond the whole
Yep.
traditional five sensories that we know in this realm. In their realm, it's 10 or 20. So they can travel. They can go thousands of miles. They can go all over
Yeah.
the place, or they can
Yeah.
remote view. They can do a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
Like
And
that's
they
what
know what you're afraid of too. They know your fears. They know everything about you. They got you pinned from head to toe. And yeah, and if they can play with something that if they can play with your fear, they're gonna step on that and they're gonna do this too.
heck, they may even know what method or technique you're going to try.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think spirits or individual can sense that,
Yeah.
because they're like, oh hell, here come another asshole that's going to tell me the same. They're going to tell me. They're going to ask me the same damn questions.
Mhm.
They get bored. They don't want to.
Yeah.
They don't want to interact. The reason why
Yeah.
I do unconventional and experiments, if you get a chance to go check out my TikTok, that's how I'm getting so crazy responses.
Yeah.
And these are not just regular responses. These are like direct responses to what I
Yeah.
ask, or what they see, or what they hear.
Yeah, I mean that's the key, man. I think that is the key to all of this
Mhm.
knowledge. You got to be able to open your everything. You got to be able
Mhm.
to open everything and be able to evolve yourself. Because if you're
Mhm.
not, you're just gonna be stuck.
Yeah.
You want to be
And
stuck doing the same shit over and over again.
and know that there's no limits in doing anything. There's no limits in doing anything. Like you could have
I'll tell you what,
abundance.
dude. I'm not being honest with you. The day that you see me doing something that's inside the box,
Hmm.
that will be the last day that I will ever investigate,
Yeah.
because I would never do that.
No.
That is not me.
No. And you're
I,
too stubborn anyways.
huh?
You're too stubborn anyways.
I would never do that, man. When I'm on a location, my mind is ready to go. I'm ready to
Yeah.
focus. I'm ready to throw everything I can
Yeah.
at you, to
Yeah.
get you to communicate make you, ask you, try to get you to share your life with me because I'm going to
Yep.
share my life with you.
Mm-hmm.
Share it. We're going to share our lives together. You're
Yeah.
going to tell me something. I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
And we're going to see if we can put these things together and we can
Yeah.
get something out of it.
Yep.
Exactly.
And
Bingo.
we're always learning, and they're always learning about something about you, and you're always learning something about them too. It's a
Oh my
give and take
gosh. It's
thing.
like an exchange. It's between like the spirits and you. It's like an exchange.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like having a civil, cordial conversation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bingo.
Hmm.
Civil.
It's funny, sometimes spirits. I've
Hey,
been to a situation where they're having a blown out argument between them, and you're sitting there. All right, okay. Like, can
you
you
know,
do this a different time? Like, really? Like, no, no. Like, oh gosh.
see, a civil conversation, you might not get all the answers to the question that you're asking,
Yeah.
but it's civilized. You can mediate between the two,
Mhm.
and you can, and just take it for what it's worth and go from there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Don't nitpick, don't agitate. Just
No.
because you don't get that specific question,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get that specific answer to the question that you're asking. That's
No.
okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Eventually, if you ask it enough, you're gonna
Mhm.
get the answer.
Yeah. It may not be the answer you want, but it's gonna be something.
Eventually you're gonna get that.
Yeah.
You know, and don't go into these locations. Where'd he go?
Mm-mm. He
Uh,
got kicked out.
he just got kicked out. And I tell people, man, don't go in with these bogus ass questions
Mhm. Yeah.
because you're never gonna get the results.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never,
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
the way that everything is. Everything is that way too.
And I try to tell, you know what? People don't like it when you're honest with them.
Yeah.
And you
どこ
try
行
to
く
be
の
honest to the
いい
best
だ
way
よ。
that you can.
うん。
どこも空いてないね、祝日で。
Uh
え
oh, that sounds like hubby.
Yeah.
See, I know that voice.
He says he's getting medicine for my son.
Hey,
Message
sorry about
calls.
that.
What? Oh,
Oh,
what
you good?
happened?
My battery phone on the phone. I was using hotspot.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, you really. A lot of people don't. When it's come to investigating, a lot of people don't have common sense.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
That's just the way it is.
Or they think they know everything, and they go into in a location and they get into big trouble. Like, yeah.
And,
Oh yes.
Yeah.
and I'm not saying I'm not saying that everybody don't have, but some of these people out here don't have knowledge. They don't have common sense. You
No.
know, it's dude. And paranormal investigating is not hard.
No.
It's not really a hard thing to do.
But it's not
Right.
easy either, and it's not so simple as people think it is.
It's not simple.
Mm.
Paranormal investigating, you get what you put into it. I've
Yeah.
always told people that.
Yeah.
You get back what you put into it.
And you know what? If you want to do something, if you want to go with somebody who's experienced, go with some, get in touch with somebody who's experienced enough that you can be protected, and that they'll got your back, and and you could learn a lot. You know.
I think learning, knowledge is everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you just have to. Sometimes you just gotta listen. Let's listen for a moment. Somebody has
Yeah.
something they think knowledge. Listen, they're not telling you just to be telling you. They're telling you because they have knowledge.
Yeah.
Want to
And
tell.
it might save your life if you listen to them, because they know maybe you may not believe it, but yeah, you can get into yeah, like I said, you can get into big trouble, and it might save your life.
Yeah,
And you want to walk tomorrow. You want to be there tomorrow too, right? Yeah,
yeah. I
that's for
mean,
sure.
you want to. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But Carlos, man, we've been talking for damn near 2 hours, bro. Uh, Time goes by when you have a good conversation,
We have fun.
and and you having fun, and you, you talking about things that people want to talk about, and you know and that's the way it should be. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
on my second cup of coffee,
Uh-uh.
Terry.
Exactly. I say, no ego, no drama, no pridefulness, just investigators sitting down, having conversations, sharing discussions,
Yeah,
talking about what we discovered, our notes, pass it along the knowledge. That's
Yeah.
how it's supposed to be in the paranormal
that's
community.
that's the way.
Always.
That's the way. And nobody here is trying to get any clout. Ain't nobody trying to get
No.
any likes,
No.
shares, and all that. Me personally, I don't even care about that. If you like my podcast, that's fine. I thank you. I respect it. If you
Yeah.
want to share, like, and follow, I respect. If you like the conversation, that's even better.
Yeah.
But don't get it twisted for one day that uh you know sometimes I don't get any followers. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I don't
It,
get no love.
exactly.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean,
Honestly, it'd be great if I get out there, be successful. That's cool, but that's not really what I'm there for. I
No.
actually like
No.
to build connections, networking, friendships, genuine people I love to work with. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm passionate, and that's what I really want more than
Yeah.
mhm.
that.
Yeah.
If I don't know, man, if they're having it next year or not, but there was a though. Have you ever been to the Lone Star Paracon?
I missed it. I missed it because of my work
Yeah,
schedule.
I went there 2 years in a row. I was there last year, and I went the year before.
Mhm.
And dude, I've actually met some great people at that Paracon. And dude,
Mhm.
I mean, I've had people come up to me. I never even know who in the hell they were. They're like, "Oh, dude, hey Terry, what's up, dude? How you doing? Blah 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 blah. Hey man, you're an awesome guy. Hey, I love seeing you in person. And I'm like, okay, cool, dude. I mean, I respect that. That tells me, but I don't want people to think that that is something that I expect every time when I'm out in public.
No.
Believe it or not, a lot of people really don't know what I do,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and I prefer it to be that way.
Mhm.
You know what? Because some of the people that are low key sometimes get a little recognized
Mhm.
when you really don't expect it to be.
No.
You know, when you don't really don't expect to get recognized,
No.
and that's what it's all about for me.
Yeah.
Not out here trying to
It's
do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? If I be where I be and I do what I do,
Mhm.
that's the way it is.
Mhm.
exactly my point on this because I've met a lot of great people in my time in the 6 years of my time in this field. I could be gone for a while or a long time. The minute I pop on the podcast or live stream or whatever, everybody goes, "Hey, it's Lurker," and I don't go in expecting them remembering me. I just go in because I miss my friends. It's been a while since I built a genuine connection. I built genuine friendships with them. A lot of people in the course of 6 years I've been doing this, and it's
Well,
an
I'll tell you,
amazing feeling.
well, I'll tell you what, you got one with me. So anytime you wanna collab, you wanna come up here, dude, I got you. And I can take
Thank
you to
you.
some and I can take you to some places that'll make San Antonio, whatever they got going on down there, look third degree. It ain't nothing compared to what we got going on up here. And the reason why I'm saying that is most of the locations that we've been into, I'm the only boot that ever been on the floor. So you don't have that dilution. Uh, paranormal investigator, paranormal investigator, paranormal. So when you go into these locations, the spirits are actually happy to see you or excited that want to communicate with you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been into a location that I have not got any evidence. Nobody, I can't remember any place that I went that nobody has actually reached out to me because everybody has, no matter where I went. Outside, inside, residential, commercial, cemetery. Oh, dude, I don't even want to talk about cemeteries.
Oh
You
yeah, he gets a lot with
Cemetery.
cemeteries.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't, I don't even want to talk about cemeteries, man, because Austin, if you there's cemeteries here in Austin that, and I'm not being, biased or anything, but there are cemeteries here that make cemeteries in San Antonio. They will put them to sleep. Easy.
We definitely
Easy.
got to collab, man. We definitely got to get together with this because now in my search, I found another individual, which is you, that thinks unconventionally now. Now I'm no longer the only one anymore. Now I found someone that I can actually work with. Now I believe this could be more than just a collab. I believe we can just be a long time collab thing. Honestly, the way this is
Dude,
gonna go, we could
anytime,
share
bro.
notes together.
Because I'm telling you, my team thinks the same way I do.
Yep.
My team always thinking outside the box.
Yep.
We are a team of we are a team of misfits.
Hmm.
The island of misfit toys. That's where we're from.
But they're really good. They're really good, and you know what? And they're open.
Yeah, they're open for whatever, man. They are
Yep.
open,
And they listen too. So yeah.
and that's the
That's
great thing.
amazing.
They listen
Hmm.
because they know that knowledge is everything.
Yep. Yep.
If you don't listen, okay, if I'm speaking and then you get up and walk away, you think I'm not going to stop and say something to you? You need to be listening to what I'm telling, what I'm
Yep.
saying,
Yep.
because what I see and what I hear, it's the same thing that other people see, other people hear, and they're
Yep.
trying to tell you.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly. We worked with the Rumble, man.
Yep.
And I tried to, hey, this is what I'm going with this experiment method or technique. Or they'll
Hmm.
be like, okay, we could try that. I'm like,
Oh
wow,
God.
okay. Well, I heard that tone. I'm just like, okay, you don't seem invested in it. All right,
you know
Bye
what?
whatever.
bye.
You know
Bye
what?
bye. Yeah.
When you have somebody that speaks like that with that little sarcasm bullshit,
Hmm.
I would have packed up and I would have fucking left.
Yep. See ya.
Okay, so what you're basically telling me is you want me to sit back and evaluate your shit, what you got going on, but you're
Yep.
not going to take 2 minutes to see what I got going on? That,
Yeah.
that's not right.
Nope.
That is not right at all.
Mm-mm.
Hey, I look at both sides of the spectrum. You have
Mm-hmm.
to.
Exactly.
You
That's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
you
there
know,
were times when Terry and I were together, and people have left his side and gone home, and then we go, "What?" He's going, "What?" And he's the lead investigator, right? And I don't own anything. That's his. That's his investigation, not mine. I'm just there to help him. Like, I'm just there to help him and see what I see and tell him what I tell him, and that's it. And people have left his side because of that. And like,
you know,
we're there for the client. We're
I'm
not
never.
there.
Yeah, like I say, I'm never with a client just for clout.
No.
There's no purpose for me to even do some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm there for the client. I'm
Yeah.
there and to
The
do what
client
I
comes
need to do.
first before anything else.
So if you feel some type of way or you agree, because the way I look at it, man, and I'm being honest with you, if there's something in here that I can't handle, you claim to be a clairvoyant or a medium, but
Mm-hmm.
you can't handle it either because you're still going through the emotions of learning. You're
Yeah.
still learning and trying to evolve.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call somebody who's been doing this a lot longer than me and you,
Yeah.
and we can see if we can solve this problem.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
rather what you might think about the situation. If
Yep.
I feel like you cannot handle it, I got to call backup. There's always backup.
Yep.
I've always had backup.
Yeah. Yeah. There are times when terriers come to me and ask me, "Can you help me?" I go, "Sure." Like, give me the time, give me the time, and what time it is, what day it is, and I'll be there. And yeah, and you know what? We helped a lot of people. Remember,
Yeah.
because of that.
And you know what? And I'm not being petty. I'm
Hmm.
not being, my nose up in the air. I'm not doing none of that because it's not
No.
about me. It
No.
has never been about me.
No.
It's always been about the person
Yeah.
that when I knock on that door, that
No.
they feel comfortable when I walk in and I'm saying, hey, everything's gonna be all right. We're gonna give
Yeah.
you the answers that you want so you
Yeah.
won't think that you love them.
No.
Then that is my job. Whether it takes an hour, 2 hours, two
Hmm.
weeks, or 2 months.
Hmm.
Dude, I've been to Irene can contest.
Yeah.
I've been to a spot 4, maybe 5 times to
Hmm.
help people out.
Hmm.
So if they cannot tell me that, can't nobody tell me I'm in it just to,
No.
for fame and glory.
No.
Dude,
That's the
get
last thing on
you
our
know what?
minds.
Get my insides ripped out. There's no fame and glory on that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where to
Hmm.
think that. I mean, hey, I'm here because that's what I want to do. I'll do
Yep.
it because I love to help
Yeah.
people, and that is my passion.
Yep.
No ifs and buts about it.
Exactly.
You
My
know.
kids might think I'm crazy, but
Yeah.
hey, everybody else,
You know. Yeah. We're here for them. We're here for the people who want help. And the thing is that I was asked, "How much do you charge?" I said, "Me? I don't charge anything." Like, why? Like, they think that we ask for money. I don't. I don't. And for consultation, it's all free. And they're wondering, "Well, how much do I need? How much do I need to pay you?" Well, no, that's the person that comes out of their mouth. And you know, these other people who charge, yeah, they're not real. We're real. We're the real thing here, right?
right?
And yeah,
Exactly.
if you charge somebody gasoline, yeah, I can see that because it takes a lot of gasoline to go to a person to a location. I understand that, right? But to literally charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to help somebody who really isn't crying in tears and mm, they don't know what to do and you're the last hope in their minds, and yeah, you're wrong if you charge them. I'm sorry, I don't believe that.
I've never, you know what? I've had donations,
Yep.
and I've actually had people. And the craziest thing is, I've had donations. People have actually gave me a donation,
Yep.
and I've actually had people give me liquor out their house, out their liquor cabinet.
Yep.
But that's about it. I've never had
You
money.
enjoyed that one, Terry.
Yeah, but other than that, I've been I try to be 100% genuine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try to
That's
Yeah.
be.
how it's to be. Compassionate,
Yeah.
humility, understand.
Yeah.
That's how it's to be.
Yeah.
And you know what? And believe it or not, some people say that's my downfall.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm too compassionate.
You're
I,
great.
I'm
You're great.
I'm too willing to put myself on the line for others.
I heard that too.
But you know what? If that what it takes
Yeah.
for that family to sleep at night,
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to take that chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with being compassionate. Okay, isn't that what our job is? To have compassion, to care about the people who need our help. Isn't that what we're purpose of? Isn't that what we do this? Isn't that why we do this? I mean, if you lose compassion, if you lose help, if you lose all of that, there's no sense being in this business if you can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And it's all about having compassion, having caring, and being there for another person, and to seeing how you can assess them, and to
Well,
see how what they need, and to see that they can sleep at night, like Terry said, to see if they can have another sleep at night. Isn't that what we're here for? you know like, yeah, you gotta figure out what the hell you're doing this for. If you don't know what you're doing this for, then you gotta get out, find another job.
yep, you got to find something else, something that's a little bit more feasible and suitable for you.
Yep. And let us do our job. Some
Because
of us are more invested than others, yeah, but let us do our job. We're here for you.
because
And
I'm gonna do my job regardless.
yep, yep, yep. And the more we do it, the more knowledge we gain. And you know what? I have fun doing my job. I love doing this. This is what I live for.
Oh no, I think you bugged the hell out of me.
Mhm.
You know what? I think you know exactly what you're doing when you do it. I think you know when I'm gonna. I think you know when I'm gonna stick my finger in that light socket. I think you know when. You just don't say nothing. You let me do it. But that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. If I
Yeah.
don't stick my finger in the light socket, I would never get the answers to the questions that I want to know. That's what it's all about.
Well, no, he sticks his head in the light socket instead.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what? If that what it takes, then God bid. God bid.
But then I'd rescue you, and I said okay because
God be it. I am not
Just come.
I'm never gonna stop asking questions. If
No.
I do, then that would take what I am away.
Mhm.
I'm human. I'm and as a human, that's something that I think that a lot of us have forgot to do.
Mhm.
A lot of people have forgot to ask questions. A lot of people forget to ask, "What's the magic word, Irene?"
Questions.
No, why?
Why? How? Where? When? And who?
The minute you stop asking questions, dude, that is going to be your downfall. And I urge people, ask questions. Ask. Asking a question is not going to hurt you.
Right on the money.
I don't see no harm in that.
Yeah.
I don't see no harm whatsoever.
No.
But
And
hey,
you know
guys,
what? You know
what?
what? You have to find some pleasure and enjoy yourself while you're doing it right. A lot of people don't enjoy themselves while they're doing it, and it's if you don't have fun while you're doing it, there's no reason why you should be doing it if you don't enjoy yourself while you're doing it, and experience it, and just take it all in.
Right, right. So, guys, hey, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Carlo, I'm gonna get you out of here, man. Is there anything that you would like to say to the audience before I get you out of here, bro?
For the things I like to say to the audience is, don't be afraid to try different things, new things. Don't be afraid to try different concepts because you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I got.
One thing I want to ask you, bucket. Where's your bucket list where you want to go anywhere in the world?
Hmm.
Good question, right?
Alcatraz. I've
Alcatraz.
been to Alcatraz. I wanted to go.
Interesting. Why that place?
Based on the TV shows and the stories I hear from that place, it must be location. I mean, I could do some serious damage. I could do at least 10, maybe different experiments or methods or combination ideas with this just to try to get
Mm.
communication. Why?
Interesting. Any other place?
We're talking about
Emma.
around the world because Alcatraz is only one part of America.
I'll tell Emma, but they will never let me investigate or film there.
Why is that? What did you do?
It would be no, I didn't do anything. That's their policy. They only allow weddings there. They don't want anybody filming like with a camera or setup or whatever. They
Hell,
don't.
you got the film in the wedding.
Yeah, but there's certain places. I used to work there. I know.
Hmm, Interesting.
Mm.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you know what, man? I like to say thank you for joining us on the show. Appreciate it, all your knowledge that you shared with us, and I'm hoping that in the future that we can get together uh, and have a actual conversation face to face, man to man. And I would love to see some of your different methods that you got going on. Uh, just sit back and learn for a moment. And see how where no not and see where it takes you. You know what I'm saying? I'm very curious. You know, but with that being said, I'd like to wish you guys a good night and thank you for joining me on the show. It's like I say, always educational. You always get a good conversation, whether the two sides see eye to eye, or sometimes we might bump heads, but the great thing about it is you keep it cordial, you keep it respectful, for the simple fact everybody has the right to their opinion, and I
Yeah.
respect people's opinion, whether I think it's wrong or whether I think it's right. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So that is me, you
Yeah.
know, and I've always been like that. I mean, I
Yeah.
can, unless we're talking about the Cowboys, then I'm not going to do anything. I can't stand the fucking Cowboys. But anyway, guys, hey, thank you.
See, Terry's a good friend of mine, Brett. Right?
Yeah.
You can
Well,
understand that.
thank you
Watch out,
guys.
he's an Aries.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on the show. Uh, Lurker, I appreciate it, man. That you was able to join us today,
Yeah.
and just had, like I say, have a decent conversation, man. Uh, Now, when I get off this podcast, I'm gonna be able to break it down through reels. Feel free to use these reels however you share fit, on your face, on your TikTok or whatever,
Hmm.
however you see fit. It's all about you on this podcast. It's never about
Hmm.
me. So use them however use them however you see.
Yeah.
And hey, I wish you the best of luck on your journey as being a paranormal investigator, man. It looked like things are going right for you, and I just wish you the best of luck.
And thank you
Thank you
to the
so much,
audience
Spencer.
for watching us. Uh, Share, please, and like and share. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I was going to say to him is thank you for listening, and I hope some of my knowledge and insights would help you get more and how to approach things too as well.
Yes, I mean, because you got to open these, you got to open these, and you definitely got to open up your mind to even
Yeah.
understand what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
Ooh.
like I said, I wish you luck and a lot of success, man, on your future journey as a paranormal investigator. But hey, guys, if you guys want to reach out to him, where are you? What's the name of your TikTok?
Uh, it's Dark Researcher 88.
Okay, guys, reach out to him, man. Check out some of his check out some of his stuff he got going on out there, and hey, reach out and say hello every now and then.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll respond back to you guys. But until then, guys, hey, I will talk to you guys in a week. Stay out of trouble, especially you, Irene. And
Never.
bye, guys. I'll see you guys in a week or so.
Bye.
Everybody.